that the kind of stuff we're hearing from Marjorie Taylor Greene and Donald Trump was the guy at the end of the bar. He had a conspiracy theory he wanted to tell you about, and you can kind of laugh him off, and there were dark corners of the internet where it lived. But now it's been elevated to the center of the political discourse.
Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth.
You can trust us. We are telling the truth. And we are telling the truth.
If people have to tell people that look like this with the MK Ultra stare, if people who look like this have to tell you that you can trust them and they're telling the truth, are they trustworthy? I mean, just the absolute lack of awareness in any way from coincidence theorists, authority-worshipping cultists, bootlickers, and those pushing establishment narratives. I mean, this is just wild. Like, who falls for this?
And F you if you can't handle the truth.
These storms are coming for all of us, especially due to the climate crisis, and we need our people to have faith in institutions like FEMA.
Can we trust you? Yes. Yes.
We need the people to have faith in their government.
Don't believe the lies on the internet.
Stop spreading these lies and conspiracy theories.
All of these are lies.
Truth is painful often, and the truth is complicated.
Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, right?
Why at a gut level do people want to believe in conspiracy theories?
Right-wing conspiracy theorists.
There's actually research showing that people who believe conspiracies would actually be willing to engage in a conspiracy themselves.
Conspiracy that does not exist.
The thing that's absolutely bonkers are that brain-dead coincidence theorists, like these authority-worshipping cultists, bootlickers. Like, it doesn't. It's not like you have to. It's not like you have to be a genius to just look at basic history. I mean, this is an old meme, but I mean, come on. Like, when you look at the track record of corrupt institutions, I mean, it's not rocket science why somebody wouldn't trust proven corrupt liars with a track record of nothing but fraud and failure. I mean, it's weird. Like, where it's on top of it all, like these goofs that are just reading these scripts on the news here and these puppets. Why do they think, like, just the lack of awareness is quite shocking, isn't it? I mean, would you trust, is the #1 killer of humans in history, like, is that trustworthy? Is this a trustworthy institution? I mean, democide, the #1 killer of humans, you know, it's weird. Just the lack of awareness is what to me is more shocking than just the lack of critical thinking. Like, it's just, it's wild. It's absolutely wild how these bootlickers, just no sense of history, of any kind of even basic common sense.
Let me tell you, if you are not a conspiracy theorist by now, it's because
You are not intelligent.
There's no going back.
It is a stable of so-called conspiracy theories that the highest levels of politics and finance, there is a shadowy cabal of pedophiles who use their power to hide the crimes they commit against children.
Because pedophiles are the easiest people to blackmail.
It's a whole different country from what we thought it was.
It's all fake.
We will continue to provide everything you need to know.
He could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
We will continue to be your single source of truth.
Need to unlearn everything you have learned about JFK's assassination. You need to unlearn everything that you have learned about MLK's assassination. You need to unlearn everything that you were taught about 9/11, everything that you think you know about the Vietnam War, World War II. The truth is that the government is evil, and that the government is worse than evil. I want to be clear. The government is satanic.
I've been hearing a lot about misinformation lately.
Lies on social media are distorting people's minds.
We can't think anymore in this country.
Don't be a conspiracy theorist, guys. No, actually, be a conspiracy theorist, because the conspiracy theorists are telling you the truth. What they are trying to tell you is that common sense is a conspiracy now.
There's no going back.
Things are growing more sinister because they're losing control. More people are starting to wake up. More people are starting to realize that all the things that they believed to be conspiracy theories in the past are in fact true. We are fighting real evil in this country. We're fighting real evil all over the world. And so the media is doing everything desperate to maintain control and to maintain order. And in their desperation, they are growing increasingly more violent.
You know, another interesting topic for discussion is whether or not Candace Owens is a shill, because she went hard in the paint ever since leaving Daily Wire. Let's do a poll here. Some people think it was almost too perfect of a turn, of a pivot into just really hardcore conspiracies since leaving Daily Wire, as if it was all set up that way. Rune says Candace is too good looking to not be shilly. Flat Bob says controlled up. Rune says, that being said, most of what she says is, to my knowledge, accurate. So if she's a shill, is she like an Alex Jones type shill? And where does the gatekeeping end? Because she did go after the moon landing conspiracy, but I wonder where she is on Flat Earth. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just seeing a bunch of stuff about her talking about the Apollo missions being fake, a lot of space fakery. I don't see anything specific about Flat Earth, though. There's a lot of videos from, like, these commentator goofs who say she's a Flat Earther, but all the clips... Okay, hold on. Maybe here's one. Okay, I found somebody. So the final experiment did a video, is Candace Owens considering Flat Earth? Let's go over that. Let's do an aside on that. See, she made some interesting comments here. I believe this would include whatever she said about Flat Earth. I haven't really heard her say that much. She's usually talking about the other stuff. Other conspiracies. A little bit of a lag, but we're back. Yeah, let me put up the Candace Owens video.
All right, if you haven't heard, Candace Owens and how she's thinking about it.
And a woman messaged me about the flat earth theory, which I had never looked into. And she sent me all these links and she's like, you need to look into this, blah, blah, blah. And it's antithetical to the Bible and all of this stuff. And I saved the links and I was like, I'm going to watch this later. And my husband was like, why are you, why even bother looking into this? And I'm like, because I'm just genuinely, I'm a curious person. So if someone thinks anything, I have to read it and know what they believe, because faith is what drives people ultimately. But then when I said to him, I said to him, because I don't know if the earth is round or flat or an octagon or anything.
So as you heard her say, she was approached about this. Dave Weiss, Flat Earth Dave, and Austin Whitsitt. And so let's watch that clip now.
Me, on the other hand, he rolled over, he asked me, and I said, oh, I'm reading a flat earth theory. And it dawned into an entire conversation. He's like, why are you reading a flat earth theory? And I'm like, because somebody messaged me on Minect about it, and they included some links, and I'm just reading them. I don't know. I'm just an interested person. No matter what, if there's a bunch of people that believe something, I now want to know what it is that they believe. And of course, he pushed me on this, and he was talking about the earth curvature and science. And I said to him, listen, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther.
Now, again, I know I'm biased.
And I said to him, listen, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a.
Now.
And I said to him, listen, I'm not a. I'm not a.
Interesting. That's really bold. I mean, has any other personality as big as she claimed to not be a globe earther? That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. Saddlebum says, first time I saw Candace, she worked alongside Charlie Kirk of Turning Point USA, whom I don't trust. Yeah, he's kind of weird. He's kind of weird. All right, so 50% say yes, 28% say no, she's not a shill, 22% too triggered to answer. So there's that poll. So let's continue the robot polisher video. Welcome, Crushing Family Life, Sergeant Rock of Easy Company, Dragon Tracer, that's a cool name. Franklin Loza Paredo says, last week I saw Karen B responding, Will Guffey rejecting a debate about the final experiment.
Now,
increasingly more sinister, increasingly more psychopathic. You guys, you need to wake up.
For a larger attempt to trick and scare voters and basically to sort of whisk them into an alternate reality, right?
Choose your own reality. It's very hard to negate these lies with the truth.
Outright brazen, dangerous, ludicrous lies.
It really is a disgusting set of lies.
That is simply not true either. What the heck are they talking about? Stop it. It's outrageous. It's just not true. Now the claims are getting even more bizarre.
Following the assassination of JFK, the CIA said, okay, we need to start paying journalists to repeat our talking points. Now, why would they do that if they didn't kill JFK? Why would they be employing journalists? Why would our deep state begin employing journalists to repeat talking points? Why would they suddenly enter the term conspiracy theory into the lexicon? It never existed prior. Never called people conspiracy theorists before the 60s. Suddenly the media was saying it every single day. If you don't believe what we're selling you, you're a conspiracy theorist.
What they're seeing on TV and what they're seeing in terms of results is a hoax perpetrated by a cabal.
The deep state.
This new world order.
That is crazy.
Insanity.
It's a lurid delusion. It's a form of madness.
Secret cabal.
Pedophiles.
Here in Washington working to undermine the American people.
And it is trying to censor you.
They're trying to chill speech. They're trying to silence us.
To prevent the world from seeing what's really going on.
Some dark story we're not getting.
Who's really controlling it all?
Who exactly is the they, you think? Think for a second. Who's the they?
The Jews. Always.
Evil drink the blood of children.
In the Clintons and George Soros and Bill Gates and Anthony Fauci.
Vaccine conspiracy theories, false flag conspiracy theories.
Michelle Obama, the man.
It's a lie. It's a lie. Like 9/11 was an inside job. Sandy Hook was a false flag.
Fake stories of dead children, and it's heartbreaking.
The Oklahoma City bombing, the Boston Marathon attack.
Big lie and election denialism.
This is fabricated. It's made up. It's a lie.
Farming and COVID-19.
And again, I've brought this up so many times, like so-called conspiracy theorists, aka critical thinkers, those who are aware that corruption exists in the world. Evil and corruption exists, and that bad people don't always act alone. So coincidence theorists, on the other hand, look at the desperation to get people to believe something. See, the conspiracy theorists, aka critical thinkers, they don't have that desperation. I mean, they present what they present. It's almost like they don't care what people believe because they're secure within their own position, true or not. And then coincidence theorists are those peddling the propaganda of the establishment, of the known corrupt establishment. Look at the desperation, the constant appeal to emotion and other logical fallacies. The tonality of their voice is so desperately trying to get people to believe that corruption doesn't exist. Just the desperation, the sheer desperation. And that's just a very, very curious difference between those that are aware that corruption exists in the world and those that are not.
Replacement theory.
Population control.
Jewish space lasers.
They can control the weather?
People of Ohio eating dogs and cats.
Transhumanism. A lot of people don't even know what that is, and they shouldn't, because it's insane.
Bizarre.
Outlandish.
Pretty homophobic.
Crazy conspiracy theory.
Do establishment dogma peddlers have anything other? Like, they just keep spamming the appeal to incredulity logical fallacy. Like, that's their favorite one. They just keep going back and forth between appeal to incredulity and appeal to emotion. I mean, that's all these establishment dogma peddlers do. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. You would think they would diversify their fallacy game. But they don't. It's like... It's pretty comical. It's pretty comical. But yeah, let's continue here.
It's the only word for it, crazy.
Untethered from reality.
Deep wounded conspiracy nuttiness.
An anti-Semitism adjacent hyperventilation over globalism.
It's completely ridiculous.
Mind-numbing absurdity.
Sheer madness.
Hogwash. Dangerous.
A garbage fire.
Poison.
Gross and disgusting and false and misleading.
Couldn't be farther from the truth.
The plain fact is that there's been a complete and total epistemic breakdown among tens of millions of our fellow Americans.
These people worship Satan. So if you don't believe in God, let me tell you guys something. The people you're fighting sure do. They sure do. And they've picked their side. They are fully committed Satanists that we are fighting. This is not hyperbole. You just have to have the courage to look into real history. They began investing in understanding that they could create mass psychoses. They could quite literally lead people not to believe their own eyes. Wake up. If you are still asleep at the wheel, wake up. It is hard. I get it. I had to go through it. I get it. When you realize that everything you were told was a lie, when you realize that you were just a severely propagandized individual from the moment that you stepped into the public school system, it is a hard reckoning to go through. You suffer through periods of cognitive dissonance. You're not crazy. This is the reality. We are fighting real evil. They want you going to church because they have you attending their church every day in the form of public education. They also understand that if you keep repeating something, it eventually becomes true to people.
Misinformation.
Misinformation.
Disinformation and misinformation.
Disinformation and outright lies.
Hatred and lies.
They know they're lying. And the lies. To believe the crazy lies. It is a lie. Out and out lying. It's staggering. They can't run on the truth because they're losing on the truth. And so the lies continue, and the lies get more dangerous, increasingly desperate tactics. It's unbelievable. Increasingly deranged talk, increasingly dangerous provocation.
Beyond ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's got to stop.
They understand that works. People can be psychologically conditioned to believe anything.
Yeah, I mean, Candace is actually kind of interesting. Just, I mean, I think she goes harder in the paint, conspiracy-wise, than anybody probably other than, or definitely probably the as a female commentator, definitely the most. Flat Bob says, imagine if Candace Owens did the thespianism that Alex Jones did. That would make for a good watch. Well, come on. Who's capable of that? Like, who's on the level of the greatest thespian of all time, Mr. Jones? Richie says, the term mass formation psychosis was memory hold very quickly, just like black fatigue that also disappeared quickly. I still see people talking about that on Twitter quite often. But, yeah, I actually have an AI analysis, a full AI analysis of the entire MK Ultra program and offshoot programs coming soon. I will be dropping that probably by the end of the week. So, coincidence theorist trigger warning on that one.
If you just say it enough times. They don't believe their own eyes and their own experiences. That is the power of psychology. I don't care if I'm called the conspiracy theorist. I literally wear that as a badge of honor because we keep being proven right. It is a battle for your soul. Science has become a religion. People will roll up their sleeves and inject things in their arm if their God, the experts, tell them to. When their gut is screaming at them, no. That's the Holy Spirit screaming at you, don't do this, something does not add up. They will ignore it and set it aside because, God forbid, they're called a conspiracy theorist.